they'll be a strong president. Bush is a weak president. And rightly so, because in 2000 when he was elected, you know, we're the richest economy in the history of economies. You know, everything's peachy keen, like, and he was going to be a custodial president. You know, he was just going to just sit there and just watch the money roll in. Instead, people started flying planes into landmarks, and like then they saw that as an opportunity to grab a lot more than they were planning on. Right. You know, because no one cared, no one was looking, no one would say boo to him for a year. Yeah, and they just fucked this country in the ass. You know, like they took everything.
Right. Speaking of which, when was the last time you had sex, Dan?
February.
February?
Yeah, still February.
Yeah.
Are you going to ask me this every show? No. I'm going to start lying eventually.
Look, I mean, I just want to keep abreast of the situation. Josh?
I don't know.
Because I don't know if you recall, we actually did the pilot, the Talkin with pilot that never aired. None of us really knew, you know, what month or date Josh was at in terms of, and turns out we were all surprised because he was like last week, and we're like, what? Because we didn't know, and you know, typically we know these things. We all hang out, you know.
But as of right now, I think you are the most recent.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yes, there was that woman in Yes. Yeah. West Hollywood, if you only knew. It was a good time. Forgive me for butting into the political
oh, no,
stuff,
it's all right.
But,
just had to ask.
You know, I have these curiosities that pop up, and I was like, oh, let's talk about that all of a sudden, you know what I mean?
Oh, believe me, I know a lot about popping up.
Hi-yo.
Hi-yo.
I wonder if we could leverage the
West Hollywood.
Right. I wonder if we could leverage the show some way to get someone or all of us laid on the show.
On the show?
Not necessarily on the show. I think
that's actually illegal.
Well, what were the legalities?
We
can't. No, but I think we can't do it. We can't do it actually on the premises, but I think we can film it somewhere else
and show
then show it, because I think that
considering the fact that most women are embarrassed enough to sleep with me in the privacy of my own room, like the idea of filming it would probably just horrify them. Like I'll have to like dress up a walrus or something.
Dress up a walrus.
I love your mustache. Kiss me.
TALKINWITH talkinwith@gmail.com. But you know, when we get the emails start rolling, then things will really start happening for us.
Yeah.
You know what
Does this show air in Alaska?
No, we're gonna put it on YouTube soon.
Oh yeah.
I gotta get this goddamn thing on YouTube.
I don't know. It doesn't seem like it should be that hard. Can't you just Isn't there like some kind of hole you can plug a wire into on your computer and just like record the thing?
Yeah, I need to get the tape to onto the computer, so I need a camera of some sort.
And what about
I'll make that happen. We'll get that. We don't need to bore West Hollywood with the minutia of our technical difficulties.
Yes, we have plenty of other things to bore West Hollywood with.
That's a wonderful setup. Wow, we have the tight shots.
Hey, look at that.
Oh, that's something.
Minutes.
Moving on up, West Hollywood. Is there anything we want to do in in the 6 minutes that are remaining? I guess Jana's not showing up. That sucks.
Yeah.
We could call Jana.
Yeah, we could call Jana.
She's doing this photo shoot. She's busy.
It'd be a great time to reveal all like these dirty, dark secrets we have on her, but.
Oh, we actually do.
Yeah, but for the most part, she does the good job of it herself.
I started studying French, which is good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that killed.
Yay!
Really? French?
Wow.
Tell us more. Why? How come? Where are you studying it? You know, that's.
Where are you studying it?
Where am I studying it? Funny you should ask. I'm studying at this place called LA Valley College, which is where stupid people go. But the good thing is that come on, let's call a spade, right? It's LAVC. It's up north, and there's an interesting group of people there because on the one hand, it's cheap. It's literally for a semester, 4 days a week, 2.5 hours a day of French, $68, and it's all UCLA transferable. It's all great. But there's like a few groups of people there. There's the young kids who are like one of our technical director's age, fresh out of high school, just doing courses. You know what I mean? And they're like legitimately there. Then there's the old people who have like all this time on their hands. There's Josh's phone again. At some point you gotta answer it because somebody wants to get a hold of you. Come on, go ahead.
You know.
Is it your mom?
It's my dad. Phil, I'm shooting my show right
what's
now.
Up,
I gotta call
Phil?
you back in like 10 minutes.
Josh's father.
You're on the air. I'll call you later. But all right, so is my
That's a
dad.
big fella, right? So you got the young kids, you got the old people who have all this time, and then there's this group in between of people who fucked up their lives somehow, and like they're coming back. They like realize that they took a wrong turn, like me, and they're like, oh shit, I gotta go do this again. And literally, some of them like walk by with pock marks, like injection marks on their arm, track marks and shit like that. So it's an interesting group, but
it's also the biggest school system in the world. The
community college?
Community college system in California is the biggest school system in the world.
It's a great opportunity, man, and it's relatively cheap. I think everybody should do it.
Mm-hmm.
What, yeah,
Dan.
and yeah, everybody looks at me.
Oh no, I'm just
I hate school.
This is where you come in with your pithy comments. This is what you do. This is why we pay you.
What do you pay me in?
Chips.
You're eating all my chips then. No, I went after school. Like when I was living in Des Moines for a while, I went to.
What did you study?
Comparative literature, which is I recommend to anybody because then you too can own a coffee shop. But I went to community college for. I don't think I can go back to school. It irritates me too much.
Huh?
I don't really like interacting with other people.
You don't have to though. You just have to interact with books.
Yeah, well, I can do that.
Maybe an online school.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The Phoenix Institute or DeVry or one of those things.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So I can have even more of a WAN pallor.
Nice. Actually, I have a problem. Go ahead.
You have a problem with what?
I have a problem with a lot of things, but one of the things I have a problem with is if you're watching MTV or BET, which I do sometimes, the only advertisements they have, like you never see like Harvard, a place for blah, 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 because they don't give a shit. They don't want those people. It's DeVry, McDonald's, you know what I mean? They want to keep young people and minorities fat and uneducated. They want them to be dental assistants. And there's nothing wrong with being a dental assistant, but it's like, let's raise the bar a little bit for Christ's sakes.
That's true. But I mean,
but
then on the other hand, if you're like Harvard, you don't really have to advertise. Like,
but they do on the public transit system.
This is true.
Boston and Massachusetts in general. They do.
If you read The Economist, they have a lot of advertising in The Economist.
But it is. I mean, that's those commercials are capitalism at its worst. I mean, it's like, you pay for airtime there for people who you hope are gonna stoop to your level.
Technical school.
No, that's just it. There's nothing wrong with or the Army or any of that stuff. You need a strong military. There's nothing wrong with eating at McDonald's every once in a while or a technical school. But if you have the notion growing up, as a lot of kids do, that that's all there is, Well, I was talking to some kids at North Hollywood High about Barack Obama before the primary, before February 5th, and talking about some of the issues, and I asked how many people are affected directly by the war in Iraq. Half the hands went up because they had cousins there or whatever else. And a lot of people were saying, I'm going to go there because they're going to pay for college. I'm going to go in the military. Well, they think that's their only option because that's all they get.
Yeah.
That's the problem. It's
I agree with that.
So if you think a technical school is all you got, then that's fucked up.
Yeah. Can we talk about depleted uranium for a second?
Sure.
Like, do you know how many, like 230,000, documented from the first Gulf War, like my cousin included, they couldn't figure out, they wouldn't admit what was wrong with them.
Yeah.
They all got really sick when they came back.
Gulf War syndrome.
Yeah, which is acute radiation exposure.
Yeah.
Because and my cousin was on a tank team. I don't know if he was the commander or if a gunner or some shit, whatever you do on a tank.
Let's call him the commander.
Yeah, he was a commander. But anyway, but that's what they do. Like those 50 caliber rounds.
40 seconds.
Okay,
so
those 50 caliber rounds, with depleted uranium heads, they're shooting them all the time.
Yeah.
And just all over. Who's going to clean that up?
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Yeah.
Listen, West Hollywood, we're not going to solve this today, I got to be honest. This has been a pleasure. This is...
I'm Dan.
and then this over here is...
Josh.
And I'm Steve. And
look there.
hopefully,
There's my name.
Jana will be back, perhaps next week, perhaps not, I don't know. Look, we all have lives, West Hollywood. We can't be here for you every fucking time you want us to. You nag and nag. But we'll try to be here 6 o'clock on Thursday.
Farewell.